Now on WWAY at 5, the CFPUA says information the VA released yesterday regarding water issues at the Wilmington location is wrong. Thanks for joining us tonight for your news at 5. I'm Daniel Siemens. Mackenzie Henderson has the night off. Issues surrounding the water at the VA clinic in Wilmington continue to raise questions about when patients will be able to use that water again. WWAY's Taylor Yakowenko has an update as we continue to dig for answers in the big story at 5 that was first on 3.
There is still no water use yet here at the facility behind me, and while a source for the issue may have been found, there is no tentative date set yet for when water will return to the VA. On Wednesday, a VA spokesman said the owner of the building figured out what's causing the contamination. However, there was no mention of a timeline to turn the faucets back on. The spokesman said they were completing more tests before submitting a sample to CFPUA to be tested again. A CFPUA spokesman says that's not true, that it's the VA's responsibility to test the water. That responsibility, the VA says, ultimately comes from the building owner, who has yet to return our numerous calls. CFPUA says once a sample shows appropriate levels, it will take 3 weeks of weekly tests to come back clean before the do not use advisory is lifted. Coming up, more on what the CFPUA says about that process. In Wilmington, Taylor Yakowenko, WWAY News Channel 3.
Wilmington police are investigating an early morning hit and run on Market Street. This was near the Travel Lodge parking lot. Police say a female tried to steal a car from that lot when the owner came out, chased the woman, and ran in front of the car. Police say the victim was then pinned between two cars on Market Street. The driver of the stolen car then jumped in another car and took off. The victim, though, was taken to the hospital, and police say she should be okay. Missing teens is something you've probably seen a lot on the news lately. From the beginning of 2014 until now, the Wilmington Police Department has taken 209 missing person reports for teens alone. As WWAY senior reporter Alexa Block explains, many of these are runaways, which can lead to dangerous situations.
Over the past couple months, we've had a number of missing teen cases in our area. I spoke with the Wilmington Police Department detective about how they take on these types of cases. Detective Peter Ohl has a number of missing teen cases come across his desk each month. He says generally the teens run away from home. Many of the teens, he says, use social media. According to a study conducted by the Pew Research Center, 91% of teenage social media users post a photo of themselves, and 20% post their actual cell phone numbers online.
Because you have the a friend of a friend of a friend, but then if you don't know them, perhaps it's somebody that could be using that app to stalk and look for victims.
Coming up later on tonight, I'll have more troubling statistics on runaways and why it shouldn't be taken lightly. In Wilmington, Alexa Block, WWAY News Channel 3.
The Brunswick County Sheriff's Office rescued 19 puppies from a puppy mill at this home today. Deputies described the conditions inside as horrific. The dogs are now in the custody of the Brunswick County Sheriff's Office and are being cleaned and taken care of. Their owner, 66-year-old Clinton Howard, is now facing charges. Coming up at 6, find out how you can help these dogs get back to healthy conditions. Bladen County Sheriff deputies say 3 men are facing charges in connection with 2 hog farm break-ins. Deputies say Anthony Porter, William Reese, and Zed Lambert are facing charges including felony breaking and entering. Deputies say the 3 were pulling a trailer with stolen items owned by Murphy Brown Farms when they were pulled over. The value of the recovered property is estimated at more than $11,000. At New Hanover Regional Medical Center, officials are working to raise awareness after a major medical milestone. Reports show the Tar Heel State helped reach a new mark in organ donation, 500,000 lives saved in the U.S. WWAY's Hannah Patrick tells us why they say we still need more.
The white flag above me at New Hanover Regional Medical Center means a family has made the decision to donate an organ. And last year, this hospital ranked in the top 5 in the state for the most organ donations. The president of Donate Life North Carolina, Dennis Myers, says more than 4.6 million people in the state are registered as organ donors. And one of those people saved his life. 10 years ago, Myers waited on his deathbed for 2.5 years before he got a new liver. While Myers says this state should be proud of their participation, he says Donate Life North Carolina needs people to be more aware of their need for more donors. Coming up, hear from a living donor and why she says it's worth it. In New Hanover County, Hannah Patrick, WWAY News Channel 3.
Happening tomorrow, the State Board of Elections will hold a public hearing on the rules governing North Carolina's voter ID law. It will give you a chance to weigh in on how voting precinct officials determine if voters have the required photo ID. The new proposal focuses on how to determine if the person on the ID matches the person trying to vote. The hearing is at the New Hanover County Human Resources Department, and it starts at 5. Blueberry farmers across North Carolina are expecting a record crop as they start harvesting for the season, all thanks to the recent dry weather. According to the State Agriculture Department, North Carolina is the 7th largest producer of blueberries in the nation. Bill Klein, a plant pathologist in Castle Haynes, says you should have no problem finding North Carolina blueberries either in stores or picking them up at local growers during the next few weeks. So you could say that is very good news. Meteorologist Helen Holtz up next with the weekend forecast, and still ahead, the charges just handed to the University of North Carolina from the NCAA. Plus, 2 men Governor Pat McCrory just pardoned after 30 years in prison for a crime they didn't commit. Coming up in health news, the change on the way for Subway that freshens up the menu a bit. And I have kids and have been praying for a miracle, a single mother said. So a stranger becomes the miracle.
You're watching WWAY News Channel 3 at 5 with Daniel, Mackenzie, and Scott with weather. There are a lot of bad websites out there. Some are difficult to navigate, impossible to view on your phone, or just plain ugly. But at Chart Local Digital Agency, a website that doesn't convert visitors into customers is not just a bad website, but a useless website. That's why we are giving away a free $5,000 website makeover to a local Cape Fear business every couple of months this year. All you have to do is submit a nomination at winanewwebsite.com. It's that easy.
Attorney Tom Goolsby.
The law can be confusing, and the courtroom can be a frightening place. When you need help, put my 20 years of experience and success to work for you.
myattorneytom.com.
Some people go to Greece and bring back a statue. Me, I went to Greece and brought back a pizza.
The Greek pizza is back, a large for $12. And try our new garlic knots or our new cinnamon knots for just $5 more.
Better ingredients, better pizza. PapaJohns.com.
Next DT, Shania Twain.
After my divorce, I lost so much.
Turning 50 and back on stage. So why is she about to quit touring forever?
I'm not going to cry right now.
Next DT.
Tonight on WWAY at 7.
Attorney Tom Goolsby.
Most stress comes from the unknown. When you're struggling with a personal injury case and just need some questions answered and help, I'm here for you.
myattorneytom.com.
Shoe Center, Brunswick Forest, and North Myrtle Beach. Comfort dance fashion for men and women.
If you've been tempted, it's time to take a bite. Just head to your nearest Subway restaurant and enjoy the delicious taste of the Orchard Chicken Salad Sandwich. Tender, juicy white meat chicken, delicious sweet apples and tart cranberries, piled high with your choice of veggies, like vine-ripened tomatoes or crisp cucumbers. It's all made just the way you say on your choice of fresh baked bread. The Orchard Chicken Salad Sandwich. You're gonna love it. Subway. Eat fresh.
Now, here's meteorologist Helen Holt with your Storm Track 3 forecast.
We begin in, off the shore at the Frying Pan Tower. Looks like a pretty day to be offshore, and it was a decent day. Cooler temperatures, Helen, today inshore.
Yeah, and actually a little bit more sunshine in there. Definitely more than what we had yesterday. Yesterday was kind of just a wet and gloomy day, and today was not too bad. We reached into the lower 80s today, 82 degrees officially at the airport. notice not too far away, but still below average. Those areas that got to see a little bit more sunshine are warmer temperatures, and Lumberton not even topping out of the upper 70s. So yeah, it kind of just depends on where you're seeing that sunshine, or the areas that you saw the warmer temperatures. Currently 80 degrees in Lumberton, 78 in Elizabethtown, 79 down in Whiteville, and here in the Port City we've cooled off into the upper 70s, and that's because we do have a nice little cell rolling through here, Town Creek, Leland area, and then over into downtown Wilmington. We're going to see a nice little downpour moving through. Saw some lightning associated with this, but at the moment we're not seeing any, and all these little showers are popping up right along the sea breeze and moving that northeast pattern. So if you're off to the west, you're not really dealing with anything other than just those mix of sun and clouds, and that's what we're going to expect through the overnight hours. If you're going to be heading out to the Carolina Beach, fireworks by the sea, and listen to some music this evening, not going to be too bad of an evening. Going to see that shower chance. We're going to hold that in there as we go through the evening hours with temperatures in the upper 70s, and then for the fireworks to shoot off around 9 o'clock, mostly cloudy conditions with temperatures holding into the middle 70s. So overall temperature wise, not too bad. Just gonna maybe keep your umbrella around. That sounds like a pretty safe idea. So those isolated showers moving to the north, temperatures are going to stay into the middle to upper 60s starting out your Friday morning. Going to see a little bit of sunshine in there, but clouds are definitely going to still be around. An isolated chance in the afternoon to see some pop-up thunderstorms with temperatures very similar to what we had today into the 80s once again. And then starting off our Saturday, it looks like it should be dry. This forecast model is suggesting that we're just going to see those partly cloudy skies with temperatures in the upper 60s, so a tad bit warmer starting out our Saturday, and then again in the afternoon some spotty showers could pop up, and as well as some thunderstorms. Could have some heavy downpours associated with that, but both days not going to be a complete washout. We're going to keep that isolated chance for storms in there Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. If you're heading out to the Carolina Beach Music Festival, it's going to be pretty nice weather for that, especially during the morning hours. Going to see just some partly cloudy skies in the afternoon. Just have that in mind. You might see a pop-up shower. Otherwise, it's going to be a pretty nice weekend overall. Temperatures getting a little bit warmer each day into Saturday and into Sunday, into the middle 80s. Inland spots could reach into around 90 degrees, so some hot weather ahead as we go into the work week next week as well. Lows tonight into the 60s. A storm chance earlier in the evening. Otherwise, those mostly cloudy conditions, and for highs tomorrow into the 80s. A little bit warmer tomorrow. Like I said, as we go through the weekend, we're going to see those temperatures start to warm up. Partly cloudy skies, an isolated shower or storm in the afternoon. Southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour. So if you're wanting to head out to the beach, not too bad of a forecast for our Friday. In the upper 70s, surf temperature at 80 degrees. Notice it's not going to be the best day for surfers, as waves are only going to be about 2 feet. But if you want to go out swimming, that water temperature feels actually pretty nice, and it's a low risk for rip currents. That wind will be blowing out of the north 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our tropical satellite all clear in the Caribbean Sea, the Gulf of Mexico, and the Atlantic Ocean. As we're making our way through the hurricane season, we're not dealing with anything tropical in the National Hurricane Center. Doesn't expect any tropical development over the next 5 days, so that's great news. Into our weekend, those isolated storm chances are going to remain in there through Sunday as well. Monday, a mix of sun and clouds, about a 30% chance. So each day I have those storm chances in there, but just definitely not going to be a washout. Don't cancel any outdoor plans by any means. And then a front will move through late Tuesday into Wednesday. That's when we increase our storm chances and as well as our temperatures. Look, we're going to be in the middle to upper 80s. So if you like the heat, you'll enjoy next week a whole lot more.
Yeah, we're getting transitioned into the summertime theme.
And that's exactly what we're going to see over the next 7 days.
Okay, thank you, Helen. Basketball fans, the NBA Finals are finally here, and WWAY and ABC are your home for all the action. Things get started today at 8 with Jimmy Kimmel Live, Game Night. Jimmy welcomes rapper and actor 50 Cent. Then at 8:30, the NBA Countdown team gets you ready for the series. And at 9, see if LeBron James can help his hometown Cleveland Cavaliers get their first title as they travel west to take on MVP Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Then stay up with us for WWAY News Channel 3 after the game. It's becoming a crowded house for the Republican Party. Another GOP candidate is in the race for president. Plus, the amazing video of a snow skier on the verge of death. See the ground drop out from beneath him.
chronic invisibilia Googleitis, sluggish loading syndrome, web pages hidiosis. Every day, millions of website owners suffer from these curable website maladies. Chart Local is a digital marketing and website development company, and we can help get your website on the road to recovery. Contact us today at chartlocal.com.
Most trusted brand, Honda. Best overall brand, Honda. And this week, new Hondas start from just $15,990. $15,990. And a lifetime warranty, too. So why settle for less than a Honda?
Good morning, Carolina. Good morning, Carolina. Weekdays at 5:30.
Flax has your back. With a large selection of brand name tires and dependable auto service from people you can trust. Get the guaranteed best price on tires from Goodyear, Cooper, Michelin, and more. And you'll feel safe with free tire rotation, free alignment checks, and free air checks for the life of your tires. Black's Tire and Auto Service. We've got North and South Carolina covered. Black's has your back.
You're a winner with WWAY. Albie Shipman sure was. He won a Boston Whaler from Marine Max and WWAY. To check out all of the ongoing promotions, log on to WWAYTV3.com and click on Contests.
White Tractor in Burgall, your Massey Ferguson dealer. You know who you are. You're the one who needs the most versatile utility tractor yet. The new Massey Ferguson 4600 series with its beefy new 3-cylinder engine, best-in-class hydraulics, and a power shuttle transmission that lets you go forward to reverse without clutching. You won't find a better loader tractor anywhere. The new 4600 series only from Massey Ferguson. White Tractor in Burgall is your leader in lawn, garden, and farm equipment.
Mercedes, BMW, or Lexus are not going to like this. But this week, take your pick. New Acura TLXs or RDXs, just $299 a month. Or take a flat $5,000 off MDXs at Stevenson Acura.
Closed captioning brought to you by Honda Dealers of the Carolinas.
We're learning new details about a series of foiled terror attacks in Boston. A woman known for organizing anti-Islamic events is speaking out after learning she was the target of a beheading. Polo Sandoval has the latest in tonight's Nation Watch.
Our first look at the man police say plotted several terror attacks inspired by radical Islam. 26-year-old Usama Rahim was shot dead by officers in Boston Tuesday, but the chilling details of his alleged plans are just starting to surface. Federal investigators say at one point Rahim purchased 3 large military knives intent on beheading Pamela Geller.
Drawing a cartoon, an innocuous cartoon, warrants chopping my head off?
Geller is an activist known for organizing a controversial Mohammed drawing contest in Garland, Texas last month. A failed attempt by 2 armed men to storm the event led to concerns over Geller's safety.
I'm under 24-hour guard now, so that's dramatically changed.
Court documents reveal Rahim turned his attention away from Geller and set his sights on police in Massachusetts instead. Law enforcement officials say a recorded phone conversation between Rahim and an associate, David Wright, suggested he had the weapons and desire to go after the so-called boys in blue. That was reportedly because they were easier to access.
I think it was imminent. I think, we picked up information that he was heading out. Obviously, we knew he had access to 3 large knives.
FBI agents fear Rahim could just be the latest in a long line of U.S.-based ISIS sympathizers who are driven by the terror group's social media posts, and which is making the threat of domestic attacks more likely. I'm Polo Sandoval reporting.
According to a new Pew Research poll, 72% of Americans feel that immigrants living in the U.S. illegally should be allowed to stay and have legal status. 56% of Republicans agree that illegal immigrants should stay as long as they meet certain criteria, compared to 80% of Democrats. However, 63% of Republicans also say they believe illegal immigrants are a burden on the country. The latest Republican to enter the presidential race is telling supporters that they have the power to project American strength and to grow the nation's economy. Rick Perry said, quote, "That is exactly why today I am running for the presidency." For the former Texas governor, it's a redo of a 2012 bid that went poorly as he tumbled from front-runner status following a series of gaffes. Yesterday, we told you about the attempts to rescue a bull that fell down a well in Georgia. Meanwhile, a skier in the Swiss Alps suddenly found himself trapped in an icy crevasse. Jenny Most tells us how both of these potential disasters turned into must-see saves.
This is a tale of two rescues, man and beast. First the man, a Frenchman wearing a helmet cam. He was skiing last behind his friends in the Swiss Alps when the snow swallowed him up. Benjamin Spildhorn fell once and then once again into a crevasse.
I saw the hole, a big dark hole, and I was very scared.
He started yelling help in French. But once he was able to secure himself from falling further using an ice screw, Benjamin calmed down. His fingers were too cold to use them to whistle properly. Less than 20 minutes after he fell in, Benjamin heard what turned out to be another group of skiers near the crevasse. Can you hear me? I'm here. They did, and down came a rope. Which brings us to another rope, another rescue, while Benjamin used his rope. To climb out. The bull on the end of this rope resisted. A half-ton pet bull named Boy fell into an old well overnight in Fulton County, Georgia. They dug a ramp so Boy could walk out, but he refused.
And he's taking a nap right now.
He thinks he's at the Hilton because we brought him water and food, and now he's just laying there.
Within half an hour of his fall, Benjamin was reaching for the hand of a Swiss guide to haul him out. What was the first thing you said?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Benjamin was choppered out, uninjured, while a news chopper hovered above Boy the bull. After being in the well at least 10 hours, a large animal rescue team finally hoisted him out with a crane. In this tale of two rescues, the one with the tail seemed a lot less grateful. Jeannie Most, CNN, New York.
Subway is making some more changes. What you will slowly see fading away from the sandwich chain over the next year and a half. And the teenage trend of taking to the web for healthier habits gets overshadowed by someone at home. Details next in the Health Watch.
I'm Barbara Ott, the owner of the Maids of Wilmington, and we're referred for a reason. What makes us unique, we use a 22-step Healthy Touch cleaning system to ensure that we are cleaning every aspect of your home. Call the Maids for the healthiest, most thorough clean in the industry. Make the weekends all about you.
Well, sir, after some serious consideration, I'd like to put in my 15-year notice.
You're quitting?
Technically retiring, sir. With a little help from my State Farm agent, I plan to retire in 15 years.
Wow, you're totally blindsiding me here. Who's going to manage your accounts? This is a devastating blow I was not prepared for.
Well, I'm going to finish packing my things. 15 years will really sneak up on you.
Jennifer will do your exit interview, and Adam made you a cake.
Red velvet.
Oh, thank you.
I made this.
Take charge of your retirement. Talk to a State Farm agent today.
So darling, darling, stand by me. Whoa, stand by me. Oh, stand by me.
Discover why more people choose Ford than any other brand. Get 0 for 60 or up to $4,000 total savings on Fusion, Escape, or Focus. Only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Quit clicking coupons. We've done all the work for you. WWAY and the Cape Fear CW present Deals and Steals, hosted by me, Sarah Hawkins. We've got dozens of exclusive offers you can only find right here on our website. We'll be featuring fantastic offers from local businesses, everything from restaurants to retail, every Thursday. Come find out all the ways you can save. Log on to dealsandsteals.wwaytv3.com today.
I'm Barbara Ott, the owner of the Maids of Wilmington, and we're referred for a reason. What makes us unique, we use a 22-step healthy touch cleaning system to ensure that we are cleaning every aspect of your home. Call the Maids for the healthiest, most thorough clean in the industry. Make the weekends all about you.
WWAY News Channel 3 is seeking creative people for careers and internships. Check out WWAYTV3.com for information.
Shoe Center, Brunswick Forest, and North Myrtle Beach. Comfort dance fashion for men and women.
There's a new study that says teenagers are turning to the internet for health information. Some are taking away healthier habits because of it, but some find that their parents are still the best source. Holly Furfer has tonight's Health Watch.
We often hear about the negative things teenagers do online. Well, now there's something positive to come from all that time on the internet. A new study shows, in addition to all that texting, tweeting, and posting, teenagers are also getting health information online. Researchers at Northwestern University found that some 84% of teenagers have gotten at least some health information online. The survey also found they don't always put much stock in what they found. Their main source of reliable information? Good old mom and dad. They researched things like drinking soda, using exercise to combat depression, and healthy recipes. While many teenagers love to share lots of things on social media, health concerns are not among those things. According to the study, 88% of responders did not feel comfortable sharing their concerns on social media. One of the study's authors tells the Washington Post, these findings illustrate that teenagers are dealing with real and important health challenges, and that the internet is empowering them to take better care of themselves. For today's Health Minute, I'm Holly Furfer.
Mother knows best, right? Subway's jumping on the train, so to speak, of companies eliminating artificial ingredients. The restaurant, which is famously known as being a fresh alternative to other chains, says it will drop artificial flavors, colors, and preservatives from its ingredients over the next 18 months. Last week, we were telling you about Pizza Hut and Taco Bell announcing their plans to get rid of artificial ingredients by the end of the year. Organ donations are up and saving lives. You're about to meet a giver and recipient from right here in the Cape Fear. Plus, a single mother of three prays for a miracle in Asheville. See what happened after a stranger overheard the conversation.
Next DT, Shania Twain.
After my divorce, I lost so much.
Turning 50 and back on stage. So why is she about to quit touring forever?
I'm not gonna cry right now.
Next DT.
Tonight on WWAY at 7. Play it safe. Whether you're celebrating the summer with a backyard barbecue or a day on the water, make sure to designate a driver or skipper. Celebrate with family and friends and make a plan to make it home. A message from Bud Light Lime, R.A. Jeffries, and WWAY News Channel 3.